Thank you for being with us, New Riley Auto Parts Pit Reporters. Check all the action from Atlanta on PRN this week. Talk to you next week.
The O'Reilly Auto Parts Pit Reporters was presented by O'Reilly Auto Parts, your professional parts people. This is PRN, the Performance Racing Network.
St. Patrick's Day, and welcome to another award-winning edition of the Locker Room Chat. My name is John Williams, and our guest tonight, we are featuring the Anderson County Mavericks baseball program, and it's also March Madness, baby. But sitting alongside me here is head coach of the Mavericks, Corey Stukesberry, and Corey, thank you for being here, and welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us.
And you brought along some of your student athletes tonight.
I
did.
Let's,
guys, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm Tanner Lawrence. I'm the catcher. And that's about it. Eli Varner, pitcher and a center fielder.
Connor Martin, pitcher.
And we got some PT peers in the house tonight, baby. It's March Madness. I better stop that. I don't know how all of our viewers are going to turn the...
Right. Dick Vitale like it.
Right. They're going to turn the channel off. Most people, majority of people don't like Dick Vitale, but...
Not Tennessee fans.
Yeah. Right.
Tennessee fans. I'm not a big fan myself.
But it's March Madness, but this is my favorite time of the year, but it's also... your favorite time of the year as well, March Madness, baseball.
For sure.
Getting underway. Opening day just on Monday.
Yeah. Really, it took me 3 or 4 innings to like really be in the moment. Where we lost last year in the first week of the season, and it's been over 365 days since we had played, and it took me a while just standing there taking in the moment to actually realize and feel like we were playing a game. It didn't feel real at first.
You was ready to play somebody. So
let's see somebody in a different uniform.
Right.
I mean, we inter squad and do live at bats off of our own guys, but we were ready to see somebody different.
It's also March Madness. As I mentioned, you got your bracket.
Funny thing, I was working on that this morning. My family, my wife's family, we do a big bracket pool on ESPN, and I have not fared well in the past. My wife usually dominates me in the brackets.
Yeah, that's the way it normally is at my house. I usually have a contest, and it's been since Mateen Cleaves played for Michigan State since I won it, so it's about 20 years, I think, but my wife normally, she'll beat me. She usually takes Duke. And
it's usually solid
right.
Bet. Not this year.
No Duke this year. No Duke, Kentucky. It's definitely been a crazy year in college basketball. But
I agree.
Guys, y'all got your bracket filled out yet?
No, sir.
I bet Connor does.
Connor's probably got his.
Connor, who are you taking?
I got Gonzaga all the way.
Take that Mac there. That Mac.
I got Gonzaga.
Who you got them playing?
I can't remember who I have them playing in the championship.
Don't matter, does it?
Nope.
I don't think it matters either.
Tanner, you ain't got one?
No, I ain't much of a basketball fan myself.
Right.
So, no.
What about Eli? He's a basketball player.
Yeah, I didn't fill out a bracket, but I got the Zags winning it. Nobody stopping them this year, and that's all I got.
I think they're going undefeated, huh?
Yeah, I think they're going to beat everybody.
It should be a great tournament. Got 3 solid number 1 seeds. Michigan, they are missing one of their better players. They got the other 1 seed. I think you got Alabama in that region and Texas. And it's going to be good. Normally, I'm just glad it's back, as we all are. But Corey, go ahead and tell everybody out there a little bit about yourself.
This is my 4th season as head coach at Anderson County. Although at the same time, I've been a Maverick for a long time.
You're coaching at your alma mater?
Yeah, grew up in Lake City. You know, Dad played football at Anderson County. Always knew that's where I was going to school, and was fortunate enough to play there for Mike Gwynn, and then the cards fell right and everything fell into place and enabled me to come back. I mean, that was kind of my goal from the get-go when I started coaching, and I honestly didn't anticipate it coming this quick, but I'm thankful it did. I'm glad to be here.
All right, and you're watching the Locker Room Chat, and our guest is Corey Stukesberry, head coach of the Anderson County Mavericks baseball program. And Corey, what year is this for you at Anderson County?
This is my 4th year as head coach. I spent a year back in 2013, 2014 as an assistant with Coach Downs. I got to actually coach my younger brother his senior year, so that was pretty fun. So I guess I've done 5 years total at Anderson County.
Talk about your family. I know you got a little daughter.
I do. My wife, Brittany, when I actually left Anderson County, I took the head coaching job at Scott County. I coached up there. I helped my future brother-in-law, Jared Laverdier. He was a head basketball coach at Scott, so I actually helped him coach a little bit of basketball, coach baseball, and that's where I ultimately met Brittany. We're married 2017, and our daughter Henley is 20 months old.
20 months old.
So our house is wild right now, especially in baseball season.
Yeah, you was telling me before the show she's got the little basketball go out, and she was dunking the ball.
Yeah, we played a little basketball today before I came over. She loves it. She's into literally everything. I think right now her favorite place in the world is the baseball field. My wife likes to bring her up after practice and obviously the games, and she runs around like a wild Indian and eats the dirt, plays in the gravel, typical little kid stuff.
Has she started running the bases yet?
We've not made it that far.
Right.
She runs on her own path.
Right.
So we've not designated her to a base path yet.
So you're a teacher at Anderson County High School as well, right? What do you teach?
I teach PE. As well as I do in-school suspension. So the good thing is I don't get a lot of my own players in class. So if they're seeing me, it's typically not a good thing. But teaching PE is great. Just working at Anderson County High School is great. I mean, just the people, the administration from the top to the bottom. It's different. It's nowhere like I've ever been. I mean, like I said, if I ever complain about what I do, I guess I just shouldn't do anything.
Talk about your playing career. You mentioned you played for Coach Mike Gwynn, who's now the head coach at Pigeon Forge. He used to be head coach when you played at Anderson County. You graduated, mid-2000?
Yeah, 2007.
2007, okay. Talk about your... Just go back when you was young, and growing up and playing ball, and then through high school, and then college.
I grew up just like I think any other kid in this area. I played everything. I never stopped. It was, football, soccer, basketball, baseball, you name it. We did it. Being from Anderson County, you had to have time to be in the mountains on the four-wheeler, on the lake in a boat. Did a little bit of everything growing up, but I kind of realized fairly early, probably middle school, that baseball is really what I wanted to do. Obviously, there were physical attributes that I have that made me make that decision.
Now, did you play for Norris Middle School?
I went to Lake City.
Lake City?
Yeah, I went to Lake City Elementary, Lake City Middle.
Did they have middle school programs back then?
No.
Like they do now?
No, we didn't have any middle school baseball. It's funny, Coach Couples, who's Coach Wallace's assistant, was my middle school coach at Lake City. So I've known Coach Couples for a long time. But yeah, I played basketball and baseball in high school. I ultimately gave up basketball my junior year, just to kind of focus on getting in the weight room and getting stronger and kind of pursuing a dream of playing baseball. Was fortunate enough to play on some really, really good teams in high school. Loved it. I mean, I keep in contact with a lot of those guys to this day, and one thing our coaching staff tries to tell our guys that they won't understand yet, and we don't really expect them to. Don't take these days for granted. Don't wish it away. Don't, say, oh, I want to graduate, get to college, do this or that. Okay, because some of the days in high school are the best of your life. I mean, the teammates I had, the things we accomplished, made it run at the state tournament, ranked number 1 in the state. We did things that, it's still in my memory to this day. I mean, I guess going up on the hill and walking on the same field that I played on, where those memories happen, I'm sure that keeps it fresh. But I honestly couldn't ask for a better experience. Just growing up in Anderson County, playing in Anderson County, going to school there, all the above. After high school,
Well, first, stop you there. When you was in high school, you mentioned y'all went to the state tournament. Did y'all just go that 1 year, your senior year?
We actually went my junior year in
Junior year?
2006. Honestly, one of the best rosters I think we've ever had. I mean, we were pretty solid. We actually finished. I guess you couldn't really say third or fourth. We lost in the semifinal to USJ. I still remember it like it was yesterday, playing at Columbia State. Losing that game, and we were thinking. We were going all the way. We didn't think anybody could get in our way, but that's baseball. You never know.
Certainly is baseball. It's a great sport, and you never know. Like you say in baseball, you just never know.
That's why big league teams, it doesn't matter. Nobody goes undefeated. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. I'll look at our district a lot. From top to bottom, it really doesn't matter. Any night, anybody can beat anybody.
What about your senior year at Anderson County?
That's kind of that was a tough year. We had a lot of expectations. We were preseason ranked number 1 in the state. Held that for pretty much the whole season.
Was that Coach Gwynn still?
Yeah, Coach Gwynn was still there. We just ran into a wall in the region with Seymour, Kyle Kahneman, Cody Church, Chase Fellon, those guys. That we'd had just multiple battles with over the years, and they happened to get us this time. And that ultimately we ended our season there in the region at home, which was tough. But at the end of the day, I look back and it was still a great time.
Right. What about your college career? You went on and played.
I did. I was, I played at Cleveland State Community College for 2 years. I actually got there by the way of one of my best friends growing up, playing baseball with in the summer, Ty Nelson. He played at Farragut. He was there a year ahead of me and talked Coach Polly Castro into taking a chance on me, and I went down there, played for 2 years. Got hurt my sophomore year. I missed over half the season, but ultimately transferred to Tennessee Martin and finished out 2 years there.
So you played second base, right?
I played a little bit of second base, shortstop, sparingly in the outfield, just kind of, but mainly in the middle infield.
Okay. How did y'all do in college as far as
honestly, at Cleveland State, I've been back down there a handful of times since my time there, and I tell the coaching staff every time I go that I wish it would have been a 4-year school. And the team, the guys I played with, the coaching staff, just I loved it. I mean, I would have stayed there for 4 years in a heartbeat.
Are they 4 year now?
No, they're still a 2 year.
2 year, okay.
Yeah, I loved it there. We had a really good team. Both years I was there. And then when I transferred to Tennessee Martin, once again played with some great guys, great coaches. Just ultimately the experience to play Division I baseball and get to play in parks like, Vanderbilt, Arkansas, Ole Miss, places like that. It's what you always dream of growing up, is getting to play on that stage. And I wouldn't trade it for anything. My senior year at Tennessee Martin, we actually qualified for the conference tournament for the first time since the school had been Division I. So we got to do some things. We had a good time, played well. I played with some just absolute studs. They're just unreal guys.
Players in the pros?
Name you might recognize: Alec Mills, pitches for the Chicago Cubs, threw a no-hitter last year. He actually he's a great story, and I'm not going to tell it for him because I'm sure he's told it many times. But he's just a great guy all around. Great pitcher, everything, all the above. Played with him. Wes Patterson, he's on the World Long Drive Tour. He went from hitting baseballs to hitting golf balls. Unbelievable player. Ty Nelson, once again, played some indie ball in the Frontier League for a few years. Trey Carlin, drafted by the Texas Rangers. Dan Tobick, drafted by, I think, the Los Angeles Angels. So I had the opportunity to play with some guys who got to play professionally. It didn't happen for me, but I'm happy for them and followed them all the way through.
And you got your degree and your education.
Yeah, I guess that's important too, isn't it?
Seemed like one time you told me, talking about Christian Yelich.
Yeah.
You came across him.
I have a friend of mine I met while I was at Tennessee Martin. Our next door neighbors were volleyball players, and one of the girls' boyfriends played in the Marlins organization. So he would come and spend some off-season time in Martin, and we got to know each other. And every time when he was in AA, every time they came to play the Smokies, he would leave me tickets. And I actually went up there to watch them play, and I saw Christian Yelich's last AA game. I got to see him play, and he hopped on a plane immediately after the game and was sent to the big leagues, which was really cool.
He's a pretty good player.
Yeah, he is. He's definitely good.
And you mentioned you played at Vanderbilt and Arkansas. Did you ever play at Tennessee?
No, we didn't get to play at Tennessee. Obviously, that was, if I would have ever been asked where I wanted to play, it would have been Tennessee. Just to come back home and play, because it was tough on family, friends, and stuff to catch us play, because Martin is about 6 hours away. But my family did a great job. I mean, they did what they could, and they came and watched me as much as possible. But Vanderbilt, we played them when they were number 1 in the country. We played Arkansas when they were number 1 in the country. The best atmosphere by any means was Ole Miss. I mean, playing a game at Ole Miss midweek, Tuesday at 5 o'clock, and it was packed. I mean, they love some baseball in Oxford.
The Grove was hopping.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ole Miss, the experience, that atmosphere was unreal. It was fun.
All right. We got to get a TO, baby. We got to get a TO, and we'll be back here watching the Locker Room Chat.
Roan Metals Group has been serving East Tennessee for decades. Locally owned and operated with convenient hours of operation. Roan Metals buys all types of scrap metal. Nothing's too big or too small. Still have that clunker sitting around? We've been buying them for years. Roan Metals Group are specialists in industrial scrap. We have what it takes to get any size job done. Roan Metals urges you to recycle responsibly. Scrap with only licensed dealers. A member of the TSRA and the ISRI. Roan Metals Group. Turn that scrap into cash.
Muncie Pharmacy is your locally owned hometown pharmacy. They accept most insurances, so why go to the large chain pharmacies when you get better customer service at Muncie Pharmacy? Have a special prescription that needs compounding? Muncie Pharmacy can handle those needs as well. Muncie Pharmacy has a drive-thru for your convenience and offers free delivery in the Oak Ridge area. And don't forget the gifts that we have available for all occasions.
Here at Muncie Pharmacy, we take the time to know you and treat you like family.
Duff Subaru would like to announce the opening of our brand new, larger facility in Kingston. This new facility was designed to offer unmatched comfort and convenience for our customers. Our service department now offers full tire and alignment services, express oil changes, and a car wash included with each service. We're conveniently located at I-40 Exit 356 in Kingston, an easy drive from anywhere in the greater Knoxville area. Earl Duff Subaru, Tennessee's only 10-time winner of the Subaru Love Promise Award.
Take advantage of financing as low as 0% during the Subaru A Lot to Love event at Earl Duff Subaru in Kingston.
We all know that real estate is location, location, location.
Our team at Just Homes Group Realty Executives has the true expertise, pairing buyers and sellers with the right opportunities.
Whether you're looking to buy or sell a home right here in Knoxville,
Lenoir City, Clinton, or Farragut, we have the expertise throughout every Knoxville surrounding area. Call Just Homes Group Realty Executives today.
At OEB Law, our home is your home. And your family is our family. And down here, family takes care of family. Giving back and helping out whenever needed. OEB Law is proud to be from East Tennessee. OEB Law feels like home.
Live and Let Live Drugstore in downtown Rockwood is your gift destination. Shop the new plush selection for that special someone. We have Bath & Body Works popular fragrances and custom gift baskets too. Live and Let Live has a wide selection of gift and home decor for any occasion, from yard flags to selected jewelry, plus much more. We have Big Orange giftware always available year-round. And don't forget to enjoy a soda fountain treat while you shop. Live and Let Live Drugstore, Gift Shop, and Soda Fountain in downtown Rockwood.
Welcome back into the locker room chat. And we are visiting with the head coach of the Anderson County Mavericks baseball, Corey Stukesberry. And Corey, before we meet some of your players you brought with us, well, let's just go ahead and meet these guys right now. Let's go ahead. Talk a little bit about some of the players you brought in. Tanner Goins.
Tanner's one of our two seniors. He and Jacob Brock. Tanner, I could probably sit and talk for a little while about Tanner. Tanner's the ultimate team guy. He's our leader. He controls the game from behind the plate. He does everything the right way. I mean, I can say about all three of these guys I brought tonight. When I sent them a message to ask them if they'd be interested, it was immediately yes. They were actually here before I was. There are three guys that they do everything right. They do it the right way. Tanner, he like I said, he's behind the dish for us. Does a great job. I mean, I know these two guys sitting to the right, his right and left, they enjoy throwing to him. And at the plate, he's right in the middle of our order. Hits with a lot of pop. Battles counts. He's what you're looking for in a guy behind the dish. Eli on the far end. Eli's been with us this third year. He's a junior. He's a guy that he kind of got thrown right in the fire right when he came into high school. Pretty much started right away. Various places on the mound, shortstop, outfield. He's kind of a do-it-all kind of guy. But where he's really blossomed is the mound. And, honestly, he's got some velo. He throws it well. 6'4" frame. He's really the real deal, I think. I could say that about quite a few of our guys. I think quite a few of our guys are the real deal. And Connor coming over to us, anytime you can throw a 6'5" lefty on the mound, everybody feels good about that. Connor, I mean, he could throw in a teacup. Gets a lot of people out. Gets people, keeps people off balance. Throws a ton of strikes. And when you're looking at, the longevity of a game, I mean, Monday, Connor threw a no-hitter and threw a complete game with only 65 pitches. If you don't see many complete games with 65 pitches, especially no-hitters. And I actually sent Connor a message later that night apologizing to him, saying, I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to downplay you throwing a no-hitter. I was just caught up in the game. Didn't realize what's happening. Just to kind of speak to the kid and the player that he is, he replied and said he didn't realize it either. And that's, when you got somebody up there that, that that's not even crossing their mind, that makes you feel good. That makes you, as a coach, you say, okay, this is a team guy. Okay, all he cares about is winning the ball game. And then to hit on Eli once again, that sucker gave up one hit Tuesday that was just CNI. If that ball is hit again, it's caught probably. 13 strikeouts, complete game. Right now on the mound with these two guys, I feel confident against anybody.
Right, and the baseball season opened on Monday, and Anderson County's off to a 2-0 start. They defeated Campbell County on Monday, 10-0, and yesterday 2-0. Victory at Campbell County. And let's talk to Tanner here. Tanner, I know you hit a home run on Monday against Campbell County. Talk about that.
So I bat in the 3-hole in our lineup, and Luke Lowry bats right before me in the 2-hole. And he just got on, and my first at-bat didn't exactly go how I planned. I was nervous. I had the jitters for the opening day at-bat. It's my first time seeing another live arm except for my teammates in the inner squad. And so Luke gets on first, and I'm pretty sure that he stole second on a wild pitch, and then the kid was in the zone a little bit, out of the zone, but I was surprised he pitched me a curveball first pitch, beat me a little bit on that. Then he threw two more balls and ended up being a 3-1 count, so I was sitting dead red fastball, and he threw it about belt high down the middle. I hit it, and from the bat I knew it was going, so I had a little celebration before I got to first base. But
did you do a bat flip?
Yeah, a little bit of one. Wasn't too big. It was a little bit of one.
Not overboard.
Yeah. Right. Where did it go out at?
Left center,
okay.
I would say. Probably we got a little 346 on, so it went over.
Saw a little bit of the first couple innings of that game, and then I was down the hill where I work and heard the home run, and the PA announcer, by the way, he does a great job.
Ken Carter's the best. Ken Carter is the best.
Ken Carter do an outstanding job, and he started playing oh, there it goes. It's started doing a Dick Vitale. Oh, it's out of here, baby. But and I didn't know who had hit it. Then I saw Tanner. I think he probably said Tanner. Then he was rounding the bases. I could tell it was you. And I said, well, Goins has went deep.
Hit it well.
But Tanner, I hear you've got you're going to play college baseball at Chattanooga State. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Talk a little bit about that offer. That's outstanding. Congratulations.
So through the college recruiting process, it started out slow last year with COVID hitting us, and we didn't get a season. So that really affected it. But, I worked my tail off this off season, and I had a bunch of great coaches backing me up as far as Coach Stukesberry and all my travel ball coaches and my catching coach at AC, Coach Ledford. And, so I went down there on a visit, and it went really well. I love the campus. It's beautiful. It's right close to Hickson. There's a lot of stuff there. And Coach Chambers down there was the guy giving me the tour. and like I said, it was just beautiful and kind of clicked. I knew that if they were going to end up offering me, that's exactly where I'd go.
Now, you're a catcher, and what about last season? You know, the COVID, season was pretty much ended before it started. And what did you do last year as far as baseball-wise to stay in shape? Did you get to play any ball last summer?
Yeah. So after high school ball ended, I kind of just took some time to myself for a little bit, got to hit as much as I could, work on myself at home. And then I did get to play with actually our assistant coach as my head coach with BC Athletics. And we had a really good summer ball season.
So. That Coach Boynton?
Yes, sir.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I saw some pictures of y'all were in some tournaments. And did you play some out of state? Or?
Yeah, we played in Hoover, Alabama, a lot in Georgia. And then we actually had one tournament in Pulaski, Virginia.
Uh-huh. Now, that BC Athletics, is that just a travel team? There's a team they formed here, I know, recently that kids can play there. Is that part of that?
I don't think so, but BC Athletics it's an organization. It's ran by Brett Carroll. He's a former MLB player. Played at MTSU, I believe, before he got drafted. Mm-hmm. And he's just a great guy. So.
I know I've had you on the show before here as a football player, and you're a pretty good football player as well. Did you get any offers in football?
Yeah, I did. I actually got one to the University of the Cumberlands up in Kentucky. Mm-hmm. But and I was more than humbled to get the offer. But I've kind of known since freshman year that my heart's on baseball. That's really what I wanted to do.
Did you start playing baseball at a young age?
Yeah, from the time, before I could even remember, actually. I'm pretty sure I started around the age of 4 and fell in love with it since the first game.
Right. I think you told me, I had you on last year, that you came over to Anderson County from Gibbs. Is that correct? Is that,
yes, sir.
You come your sophomore year? Or?
I came at the summer of my junior year, going into my junior year.
Uh-huh. So Gibbs has got a pretty good program in baseball. I know.
Yeah.
Do y'all have them on the schedule this year?
No, we don't. So they're in a different district than us, but I think that they were already filled up before we got to play them, before we got the chance to play them. But it would have been a great opportunity.
What do you like about playing for Coach Stukesberry and Anderson County baseball?
Well, to start off with Coach Stukesberry from the first day, he's just a very down-to-earth guy, great coach. I think he's a little more on the hard-nosed side, but I think he gets after you when he needs to get after you. And most importantly, I think him and all the other coaches as well, I think they're forming everybody up there to be a better man, better husband, and a better dad one day.
So you're a senior, right, this year?
Yes, sir.
Uh-huh. What's some of your special memories of going to Anderson County High School? That doesn't necessarily have to be playing sports, but just...
Yeah, so my first week at AC, I was kind of new. I had some friends because I used to live up here, but I didn't have a lot of friends. Well, I mean, I do have a lot of friends, but I didn't have a lot of friends coming in, and I was just kind of took in as one of the herd, and it was really nice. So that's probably one of my best memories.
Okay, let's talk to Connor here. Talk a little bit more about Connor. He had a no-hitter, you said he threw.
Monday opening day at home. Connor threw a 6-inning complete game no-hitter. And like I said, I had to text him later that night and apologize to him. I didn't even realize it. But he was good. I mean, he was really good. If I went back and totaled up, all the pitches, I'd say he'd be well over 75% strikes on the day. He was phenomenal. Connor, Connor's another guy, kind of like Tanner. We've not had him very long. Having last year getting cut short, we've just not had him that long. But at the same time, if you look in our clubhouse, it's like he's been there the entire time. Connor, he's a big-time basketball player. I know he's a dude for Coach Wallace. He's a dude for us. I mean, the dual sport athlete nowadays seems to be fading. But I've got 3 guys sitting up here that say it's alive and well at Anderson County. 3 guys that they excel, in baseball and their respective other sports. And just the athleticism and how each sport translates to each other. It's awesome. I love that dynamic of a guy, that can excel not only on the baseball field, but either on a basketball court, football field, whatever it may be. There's hidden attributes that you can find while watching them play another sport.
Right, I agree. I like it when the kids play 2 sports. When I was growing up, seen a lot of kids play 3 sports. 3 sport athletes, and there's some still today that do that. But it's sort of demanding, and
it is. I mean, just our program, our football program, basketball program, men's and women's, softball. It really doesn't matter what you're doing now. I mean, it's all demanding. Mm-hmm. Like I've told these guys before. I said I'd be lying to you if I said I didn't wish I had y'all here. Because there's days I wish I did, but there's also times I can step back and say, hey, they need to be doing something else as well. They need to be kids. They need to be basketball players, football players. And they all do a great job at working at both in and out of season.
Connor, talk about that game Monday against Campbell County. I came up to that game. It was opening day, and we went up. We wanted to look, we'll see the first pitch, first pitch of the season. And talk about that first batter. I know you got out of a jam that was sort of unexpected, I guess, right off the bat, right?
Yeah. I just felt like I trusted, I put in the work, and I felt like my defense played really well behind me, and so it gave me an opportunity to not even worry about anything and just go up there and throw.
Mm-hmm. You had a runner on third, no outs, and but you got out of that pretty impressively. You had a play there. I think first baseman came in and got the out there at first. Was that what was that, a play?
It was like a
held the runner.
It was like a safety squeeze.
Yeah, they tried to safety squeeze, but put the kibosh on that. How many hits did you give up that game?
I gave up 0. I gave up 0 hits that game.
That's right. You had the no-hitter.
0.
No-hitter, right. Yeah, there you go. Eli had the 1-hitter.
Yeah.
It has that was a sort of a run inning shortened game with the 10-run rule.
Yeah. It was 6 rather than 7.
6 inning. Mm-hmm. Had you thrown a no-hitter before?
I had whenever I was younger, but not in high school baseball.
Did you allow any more runners that game after that first batter?
I think there was 1 walk.
1 walk. Yeah, I think you walked 1.
Yeah.
Now you came over from Grace, right?
Yeah.
And what year did you come to Anderson County?
Sophomore year, so last year. Last year was my first year.
So your baseball season was cut short. What did you do? Did you play any baseball last summer?
Yeah, I played with the Tennessee Nationals, and I played with them all summer. Got to go to a bunch of perfect game tournaments, and just it was nice to get to kind of get the opportunity to play some, even though the high school season got cut short. So.
Where did y'all play at?
We played all over, mostly Atlanta though, and we played down at Lake Point a lot.
Where's that?
It's in Georgia.
Uh-huh. What's the name of it again?
Lake Point.
Lake Point. Uh-huh. You have any friends that played with you on that team?
Eli actually played with us too.
Eli was on that team. How'd y'all do last summer?
We played really well.
Did y'all win a lot of games?
Yeah, we won quite a few games.
Tournaments?
Yeah, but I don't know that we won any tournaments, but we won a bunch of games.
Who was your coach? Remember the coach?
Copeland. And Ross Kivett, who's the coach at UT.
Oh, As Coach Stukesberry says, you play 2 sports and play basketball for Anderson County, all district selection, and let's talk about playing those 2 sports. Do you think that helps you in baseball?
Yeah, I feel like it helps me some, both just to keep me in shape and keep me like being able to do what I want to do, and also it being a team concept helps me translate to baseball and be a team player and be able to trust in other people.
So Connor's a junior, and you have any plans? I mean, you're obviously pretty good in both sports. What are you thinking? Just going to let it play out and see what?
Yeah, I don't know which one I'm going to play, but I want to play one of them in college. I mean, the dream would be both, being able to play somewhere where I could play both, but either one I'm happy with. Just whichever one's a better opportunity.
Do you have a favorite sport?
That's a tough one because I really like pitching, but overall I really like basketball too, so it's close. It's hard.
What about your time at Anderson County? I know you grew up, you're sort of a Clinton kid, ain't you? And,
I grew up, I live on like the Carnes side of Powell, so I grew up over there.
Okay.
I went to Carnes Elementary School, then went to Grace, and then Anderson County.
Where'd you go to elementary at?
Carnes.
Oh, in Carnes, okay. I know your dad, he had a business there in Clinton.
Yeah.
So that's good you could get back in this area and play. Did you pitch your freshman year at Grace? Did you get to pitch some that year?
I decided not to play baseball because I knew that I was transferring. It would have made the transfer a lot harder if I'd played baseball.
Okay.
So.
You probably played basketball.
Yeah, I played basketball. We were really, really good that year.
How you like playing for Coach Stukesberry and the Mavericks?
I really like it. It's a family up there. It truly is. That's how I feel about it.
All right, let's talk to, before we go, let's talk to Tanner again. When you're going to college, you're going to Chattanooga State, what do you plan on majoring in?
I haven't really decided exactly what I want to major in. It's going to be some type of engineering, so either probably electrical or chemical engineering. But one day I'd like to be like an agricultural engineer.
Okay, Eli. Had Eli on the show before, and he's
a seasoned vet.
A basketball player, all district as well, and baseball player. I first saw him pitch in middle school against. He was pitching for Norris, and they played Clinton, and sort of a big game. They sort of just threw the game together, get them to play one Sunday, and I went up and watched it, and I said, gosh, who's this guy pitching, and pretty impressive for a middle schooler. And then did you get to pitch any your freshman year at Anderson County? I'm sure you did.
Yeah, I pitched a couple games. I pitched against Cookeville, at Cookeville. That was a tough game. I pitched against Sequatchie at Anderson County. And I pitched one other game that I don't remember, but yeah, I got to pitch some freshman year.
And then last year, the season cut short, and you mentioned Connor said you all played together. Talk a little bit about playing that summer ball last year. How'd you do in that?
Oh, it was fun the whole year. Me and Connor, we both played good. We was on a good team, too. I mean, getting to travel pretty much the whole Southeast and play competitive baseball, it's just something, it's a good experience. It's something I think everybody should do, but some people just aren't baseball players, so they don't get to do it.
Mm-hmm. Talk about your game the other night against the Cougars. 13 strikeout and one hit performance.
Yeah, I was really going for the perfect game, but sadly, it didn't happen. God didn't have that in His plans. So, but I mean, I'm 13 Ks and 1 hit's pretty good. But you always got to be looking for improvement.
What inning did they get the head in?
5th, 6th. I think we had 1 out in the 6th, and this little small kid came up and blooped one into left field, and it was sad.
Right. What's your best pitch? What you don't have to say that, but what type of pitches do you throw?
I throw a fastball, a slider, and a changeup with the occasional curveball that I don't mean to throw. And the best pitch has to be the slider. It's the strikeout pitch the majority of the time.
What's Eli throw? Has he been got him on the jugs?
Oh yeah, I mean Eli's a high velo guy. He'll run it up there a little bit.
Have you got in the cage with him?
Absolutely not.
You not got in there yet?
Absolutely not.
He's lucky.
My days are over. my days are dead and gone. I'm not getting in there against Eli. Not now. Maybe 10 years ago.
Yeah. You still got it. You're still a young man. Get in there and swing.
Got a lot of mileage.
Eli, let's talk about playing 2 sports. You're a basketball player and baseball. You think that helps you as well?
Oh yeah, just the conditioning aspect of basketball, because I hardly ever run, so basketball really keeps me in good shape for pitching, and you really need to run a lot if you're a pitcher to keep your blood flowing so you don't get sore or anything. But yeah, it's good playing 2 sports, I think, especially for pitchers.
I noticed you started in center field the first game, correct?
Yes, sir.
So you pretty much on the field when you're not pitching.
Yeah, yes, sir. As long as my arm's not telling me not to be out there.
What about you, Connor?
Well, this year I made the decision to become a PO because I just didn't have the time to do everything, because I'm also playing AAU basketball. And so being able to play in the field, that would have just been too much time. I don't think I would have been successful at everything that I want to be successful at.
Just a pitcher only?
Yep.
Let's go back to Eli. Eli, you're a junior. Let's go ahead and talk about some of the goals for the Mavericks this year.
As a team?
Your team goals.
We want to beat everybody. Obviously, the goal is not to lose a game. Make it to state, do all that stuff that you hear about. It's fun, but really as a team, I mean, this is a group of guys that, I mean, they're special. They're something to talk about. We can go up there and cut up, laugh for hours, but when it's time to turn it on, they can get serious and play some good baseball. But I think we got a chance to be really good this year. Or we are really good. But
what about you, Tanner?
Yeah, I think our main goal is to win it all. But like Varner said, we're all one big family up there, and we do joke around usually before practice and after practice, but when it's time to lock in, we always lock in and get the job done.
Connor?
Well, they've already said everything that I was going to say. I mean, obviously the main goal is win state.
Coach Stukesberry, let's talk about your team this year. Let's talk about your team and expectations.
I mean,
before we start here, I know, Powell and Carnes pretty much, I think, maybe the last 5-10 years, I think Carnes pretty much had a stranglehold on. I know Powell last year or the year before last, I think they were maybe at the top, but Carnes just seemed like.
Yeah.
I think you
can say for the past few years, Carnes and Powell, even Halls, have been up there.
I think your team's ready to
take
that next step.
I definitely do. I mean,
get to the region.
I'd be lying if I said I didn't think we could.
I know last year y'all got off to a really good start. You think you swept Carnes?
We actually split with Carnes, and we beat a really good pitching force team.
Right. I know y'all was off to a good start.
Yeah, I mean, last year, last year we were, I think we're poised for a good run. I really do. And, this year, honestly, looking at us on paper, which I look at every single day, and I see these guys every day. Baseball's a funny game. If you take the field and you're not locked in and you don't strap it on, I mean, anybody can beat anybody. I truly feel like, on any given day, I mean, our guys are going to compete their tails off against anybody. Our district's really tough, our region's really tough, but at the end of the day, I think if you talk to every coach in our district, they would say that it's up in the air. From top to bottom in our league is really good. I mean, I know you've had your mainstays in the top. 2 years ago, we finished tied for second with Halls behind Powell. We've been trying to get over that hump to make the region. I think this year this team is highly capable. I think they're, we've got the guys on the mound. We're great defensively. And I think this year for us, offensively, we're better than we have been in the past years.
Okay. We're visiting with the head coach of the Anderson County Mavericks baseball team, Corey Stukesberry, and right now we're going to go ahead and take another break. We're going to get another TO, baby, and we'll be right back. Phone lines are open. Hey, call in, Maverick fans or baseball fans or basketball. Give us a call. We'll talk to these guys, and we'll be right back.
At OEB Law, our home is your home. And your family is our family. And down here, family takes care of family. Giving back and helping out whenever needed. OEB Law is proud to be from East Tennessee. OEB Law feels like home.
Live and Let Live Drugstore in downtown Rockwood is the premier pharmacy service location. Let our professional staff help with all your pharmacy needs, answer your questions, or help with your medication management with our Medicine on Time packaging system. We also offer medication therapy management to ensure you're receiving maximum benefits from your medication. Diabetes care is available with one-on-one consultations, or you can attend one of our monthly diabetes information classes. Live and Let Live Drugstore in downtown Rockwood.
We treat you like family at RMG. Bring your junk, cars, aluminum cans. We buy it on the spot and we pay you a lot. We treat you like family at RMG. Yeah, we treat you like family at RMG. We treat you like family.
Rome Metals is located just off of Highway 27 between Herman and Rockwood.
Old Subaru would like to announce the opening of our brand new, larger facility in Kingston. This new facility was designed to offer unmatched comfort and convenience for our customers. Our service department now offers full tire and alignment services, express oil changes, and a car wash included with each service. We're conveniently located at I-40 Exit 356 in Kingston, an easy drive from anywhere in the greater Knoxville area. Earl Duff Subaru, Tennessee's only 10-time winner of the Subaru Love Promise Award.
Take advantage of financing as low as 0% during the Subaru A Lot to Love event at Earl Duff Subaru in Kingston.
ADFAC, you've heard of ADFAC, right? I don't want to get this right. Okay, there's a lot of information right here. Aid to distressed families of Appalachian counties. Now, they've been helping out during COVID with a lot of families. As a matter of fact, I think they were in charge of a grant. Let me get that stat here. They were entrusted with over $350,000 from local agencies to help families experiencing COVID-related hardships. And we all know how tough it's been for a lot of families right now.
And a lot of organizations. So ADFAC had to figure out some way to still help the people that need help in their community. And this little egg is going to help them. Actually, it's a bunch of these little eggs. All you have to do is purchase one of these eggs. Each egg is $5. You buy as many eggs as you want. And then half of the money that comes in from the purchase of these eggs goes to ADFAC, but the other half
goes to you if you buy the winning egg. So what you do is you go to ADFAC's Facebook page, that's ADFAC, or go to adfac.org, adfac.org. Purchase your chances to win. You got to be 18 or older. All the information's right here. But the egg is cool, and you can get one and help out ADFAC, because ADFAC is helping out families in East Tennessee that need help this time.
And the drawing, which will be random of all the eggs purchased, will be on April 10th on a special YouTube event, so you can watch it and see if you win that cash.
Fabulous. Thanks for helping ADFAC. We're Mark and Kim from Starwater 2.1.
We all know that real estate is location, location, location.
Our team at Just Homes Group Realty Executives has the true expertise, pairing buyers and sellers with the right opportunities.
Whether you're looking to buy or sell a home right here in Knoxville,
Lenoir City, Clinton, or Farragut, we have the expertise throughout every Knoxville surrounding area. Call Just Homes Group Realty Executives today.
Muncie Pharmacy is your locally owned hometown pharmacy. They accept most insurances, so why go to the large chain pharmacies when you get better customer service at Muncie Pharmacy? Have a special prescription that needs compounding? Muncie Pharmacy can handle those needs as well. Muncie Pharmacy has a drive-thru for your convenience and offers free delivery in the Oak Ridge area. And don't forget the gifts that we have available for all occasions.
Here at Muncie Pharmacy, we take the time to know you and treat you like family.
Welcome back into Locker Room Chat, and we're visiting with the Anderson County Mavericks. And with me here is head coach Corey Stukesberry of the baseball program, and the phone lines are open. As you see the numbers there on the screen, but baseball got underway Monday, but basketball is going on as well as the state tournament is going on in Murfreesboro. And last week we had the girls tournament, and had one team out of East Tennessee, Granger, the Granger Lady Grizzlies. They advanced all the way to the finals. They ended up losing to Macon County 51-40. I think was the game they led going into the fourth quarter. Some of the other local teams that went down there last week, Bearden girls end up losing the first round. That's sort of a surprise. They got knocked out. The Maryville girls, they advanced to the state semis. Ended up losing to Blackman, who went on to win the Class AAA. Blackman defeating Lebanon girls 64-56. Some of the other East Tennessee teams that went to Murfreesboro for the girls. You had Cloudland. I think they got bounced in the first round. North Green girls, Lady Huskies, they won their first game. They upset Gibson County, one of the favorites. They knocked them out. North Green was eliminated in the semifinals. Meigs County also, I think, ended up losing in the first round. As I mentioned, Granger advancing to the championship game. Northview Academy, they actually won their first game, and they were eliminated in the semifinals as well. Bradley Central, I think they too as well were eliminated in the first round. But several teams in East Tennessee area in the girls, and it's always fun, to go down to Murfreesboro and watch some basketball.
Yeah,
and
absolutely. It's always good to hear that many teams from East Tennessee representing, in the state tournament.
Right, and tomorrow, the boys started. We have the Cosby Eagle boys. They lost to Pickett County 63-56. North Green boys today, they won their first round game. I think we won by 1 point over Richland. They're like 33-4. And I think right now the Greenville, one of the top teams in AA, they are playing currently. And tomorrow, Kingston Yellow Jackets, just talking about there during the break, what a really good team they have, and they're playing tomorrow at 11 o'clock. That's Eastern time.
Okay. I wish them well. When I was up at Scott County helping my brother-in-law coach basketball there in our district, got to meet their coach, and he's always really good to us. And just following my brother-in-law now is assistant coach at Alcoa, and following his team and talking to him, he told me from the get-go that Kingston had a special team. So I guess I'm pulling for the Yellow Jackets. And
no doubt. making their 8th trip to the state, and they're playing a community, the Vikings, I believe. They're Community Vikings, that's the name. That school is I think it's in Bradford County. It's sort of down around Tullahoma area, Shelbyville. But, also, Oak Ridge Wildcats. Oak Ridge Wildcats will be playing tomorrow night. We wish them the best as well. They will be playing Siegel, one of the local schools there in Murfreesboro. And phone lines are not lit up, Dylan. Also, the Bearden Bulldogs, the boys as well. They'll be playing tomorrow, and they are taking on Cane Ridge. Also, Cleveland, the Blue Raiders boys basketball team is taking on Collierville tomorrow. So several local teams, fairly local teams playing tomorrow representing East Tennessee. We got, is it line 1? Yes. Let's take our first call of the night. Go ahead, caller. You're on the locker room chat. I believe this is one of your assistant coaches. Go ahead, caller.
Okay. On the baseball team, who has the most swag?
Is that Eli?
Say that.
Ledford?
I think so. It's Coach Ledford.
Hey, is this Eli Ledford on the phone?
Yeah.
You know you had the most swag up there. I know you're trying to get a different answer, but you know you have the most swag up there.
Who do you think has the most swag, Eli? You think it's your fellow namesake, Eli Varner? Or is it Tanner there who's got
Tanner's got his chains on?
Got the bling bling. I think it's got to go give it to Tanner.
Who does Eli think?
What's Eli think? Who do you think, Eli?
Who do you think, Eli? Who's got the most swag? Okay.
Eli. Yeah, Eli's got one on. What do you think about the Mavericks this year, Eli?
Good.
How old are you?
12.
12.
Are you 12?
Eli plays on our middle school team.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Play on the middle school? Okay. Is your dad the assistant coach?
Yep.
Okay.
Man of many words.
Is he ready for the? You ready for the Lenore City Panthers tomorrow night?
Yep.
All right, Eli. Anything else? You got a prediction on? You got a prediction on the March Madness? You got your bracket filled out?
No, I don't do that.
You gonna take the Vols?
I just watch March Madness. I just watch March Madness. I don't do none of that stuff.
How's your middle school season going?
2-2. We lost 2 and won 2.
Okay.
Decent.
What position you play? What position you play, Eli?
Second in right field.
Second in right field. He's, Coach Stukesberry, he played a mean second base back in the day.
Yep.
You might be playing there one day for the Mavericks.
Just a couple more years.
Yep.
Well, Eli, we thank you for calling in.
No problem.
See you, buddy.
Peace out. Have a good day.
Thank you, Eli. Okay, Dylan, we got some baseball scores from Monday. Dylan Russell, our producer back there, put these scores out, and you can see these games are from yesterday. Halls over Oak Ridge 4-3. The Wildcats defeated Halls on Monday 5-4. So split there for the Wildcats, and Oak Ridge looks like they might be improved this year.
Yeah, I definitely think so. I think it just kind of speaks to what we were talking about earlier, how from top to bottom in our league, anybody beats anybody. I think everybody in our league is good.
Of course, Anderson County 2-0 winners yesterday, and 10-0 over Campbell County on Monday. Central got the sweep over the Clinton Dragons. They won at Clinton on Monday 9-0. Then yesterday, Central able to outlast the Dragons 12-8. So it's good to see Clinton score some runs. Yesterday's game, got to see Monday's game. Clinton, pretty good game early. Had a few a miscue there and a few walks, and Central was able to maybe a call didn't go their way, and Central was able to score 4 runs and go up 4-0 there in about the third inning. But the Dragons today lost to Carter 9-8. So Coach Stacy has got a young team, and what's your thoughts on the Dragons?
Coach Stacy's a great guy. We work together a lot, being in the same community. We talk frequently. We actually host a tournament together. It'll be the first weekend in April.
Yeah.
Coach Stacy's a good guy. I know there's that Clinton-Anderson County rivalry, but from a coach's standpoint, I mean, we're pretty, we have a good relationship. It's early. Rob's not been here in our area long, but I see our relationship to continue to grow. But we won't see them until later in April. We'll keep tabs on them, just like we keep on everybody else. At the end of the day, it is Anderson County Clinton, and when we line up, we'll show up to win.
Right. And Coach Stacy's doing a really good job. He's working them boys really hard. Last year he came in and the COVID hit, and then this year, but he's really, he's doing a lot of improvements to the facilities down there. And the Dragons will be taking on Union County on Friday. So Coach Orick.
Yeah, I know Coach Orick.
So that should be a good game there. Dylan, throw those scores back up there. Let's go down the list there. Cofield 12-2, Oliver Springs. Cofield got the sweep. Actually defeated Oliver Springs on Monday. I got that score somewhere. Where did I got that at? It was 12-1 Monday, and Cofield won 12-2 over Oliver Springs on Tuesday. So a sweep for Coach Lau and the Yellow Jackets. Harriman and Midway. You see Midway with the win over Harriman 8-7. Actually on Monday, Harriman defeated Midway 5-4. So those two schools played both one-run games, each winning one apiece. Rockwood in a slugfest over Oakdale 18-15. And Rockwood won Monday over Oakdale 22-2. So Rockwood Tigers putting up some runs. That's 40 runs in 2 games. Oneida 11-1 over Wartburg on Tuesday, but on Monday Wartburg defeated Oneida 8-6, and Pigeon Forge with the win over Kingston 10-0. Also, Kingston played Gibbs on Monday to open the season. Gibbs with the win there 10-3. So, it's exciting to look at the baseball scores there, ain't it? And,
something different, isn't it? I've not seen them in a long time.
Right, yeah, and it's great to see. And okay, I believe we got another call. Let's go ahead. Go ahead, caller. You're on the air.
What's going on, Coach Stukesberry, boys? How we feeling on this Wednesday night?
How are you, Hayden?
I just had a quick question for Coach Stukes. You know, big district series coming up Monday, Tuesday night with the Powell Panthers. How are we going to put the blinders on the boys, get them ready to go against the Glenore City tomorrow night, and then a big 2 games on Saturday against William Blount and White County? So I got, we're going to put the blinders on, we're staying focused, not looking ahead. How we feeling?
Hey, we're going to come out every day, business as usual.
That's what I like to hear.
Tomorrow, Lenoir City come out, opportunity to play well. Saturday, 2 opportunities. Okay, get our feet under us, get ready to go for next week with Powell.
Sounds good to me. You guys have a great night.
See you, Hayden.
Right. Thank you for calling in. So you got the Powell Panthers Monday and Tuesday?
Yeah, next week. We have Powell at home Monday and at Powell Tuesday.
So Powell is probably the preseason favorite?
Yeah, you couldn't not make them a favorite. They've won it the past 2 years, or nobody won it last year, 2 years before. Coach Warner over there at Powell, last year was his first year as head coach there. I've known Josh for a few years now through coaching summer ball with the Knoxville Stars. Does a great job. He's an ultimate baseball guy. He knows the game. He's great to the kids. Great program builder. Took a stint out in South Carolina at Easley High School. I had a great team out there. He's also a green thumb when it comes to baseball fields. You won't see anybody's field look like his. I can promise you that.
Yeah, Powell?
At Powell, yeah. He's the real deal.
They have to battle that
Beaver Creek.
That Beaver Creek and those heavy rains come through there, and it's a great place to play over there.
Yeah, it is. Always a good atmosphere. Really looking forward to this series. I think it's, as early as it is, it could be a series that determines what happens at the end. Right. I'm really looking forward to it. 2 good teams. We're going to have good guys on the mound. My 2 guys are sitting right here. They've got 2 guys that are going to be throwing that are going to be great. Should be 2 great baseball games.
And Powell opened up the season against Carnes. Powell defeated Carnes 10-3 and also 7-1. So the Panthers 2 big wins there in a early season. Good matchup there with the Beavers. So that'll be exciting. I'm sure you're looking forward to that, as you mentioned, Anderson County and Powell. And I would pay admission to see that myself.
We'll have somebody working the gate. You can come on out.
Yeah, but I'll be at probably Clinton, Oak Ridge. They got a big series, I think, Monday and Tuesday. So the district getting underway here early. Corey, let's talk about what's the style of play for your Mavericks. Do you like the small ball, or do you like?
I think we're a little bit of a hybrid team. I would say in the past, like stops I've made at Union County, Scott County, other places. I've always been kind of a West Coast guy, playing a little small ball, playing fast, stealing bases, that type of stuff. And we have aspects to our game where we do play fast. So we apply pressure to opposing defenses. I think the difference in us this year as opposed to the past couple of years, 1 through 9, we can hit it out of the park. Mm-hmm. It's there, 1 through 9.
A lot of it depends on your personnel, I guess.
Right, yeah. You have to. Some people, it's to each his own. But if you got a style, you can have a style. But at the same time, as a coach, you have to adapt your style to fit your roster.
Mm-hmm. Talk about your staff.
Oh man. The best in the world.
You have Coach Josh Boynton, Coach Logan Wampler, and Bradford?
Mark Ledford.
Or Ledford, yeah Coach Ledford.
Coach B, he's been in Anderson County for years. I want to say 14 years, something like that. He's been in Anderson County. He was coaching with Coach Downs when he was there.
Was he there when you played?
No, Coach Downs and Coach B actually came in right after I graduated. So he's been there a long time. Coach B is like the ultimate guy. He's there when you need him always. He's there when you don't need him. I can drive by the facility any time of the day and he's there. He's always doing something. He has complete control of our outfielders, pitching staff, and does a phenomenal job with both. He also coaches with BC Athletics, Coach Tanner this past summer. Just Coach B, everything he does, it means the world to, myself and the entire program. I know all the guys love Coach B. And then you got Coach Wampler, who he's another guy that's been in the program for a long time. He actually played at Anderson County. He's once again just one of the best guys I've ever met. Wampler's always there when you need him. He's the guy that he'll clean the nasty toilet, and not even and not think twice about it. Wampler will do anything and everything you ask him to do. Coach Ledford, he's not been with us as long. I want to say this is year 3 for him. He has our catchers. Coach Ledford, he is, just from the time I met him to now, just getting to know him over the years, the guy knows, he is so knowledgeable about, the catching position, all aspects. He works some down at the Tennessee Nationals facility giving instruction. He knows his stuff. He works with Tanner and the rest of our catchers. And he's got them all doing things that a lot of kids aren't seeing until they get to the next level.
Where did Coach Ledford? Where did he come from?
Coach Ledford actually, he played at Central. Knox Central. It was one of those where I had an opening on staff. One of our former staff members, Taylor Foster, took a new job and moved to Atlanta. So we had an opening. I posted it out. I had somebody reach out to me and say, "Hey, you need to give this guy, Mark Ledford, a call." Okay. So we ultimately met, talked, said, "Hey, here's the opportunity if you want it. You can be our head JV coach. Assist with varsity in any way that you see fit." And honestly, from day one, he's just taken off and run with it. He's a catcher by trade, and he's dove in head first, and he's unreal. He's unreal with all the stuff he does for us behind the dish. Also, he can fix about anything. Anything facility-wise, anything breaks up at the facility, he can fix it.
What about Coach Boynton? Where did he play at in high school?
Coach B's from Dunlap.
Dunlap. Okay.
He's from Dunlap down there in Sequatchie County.
Right, yeah.
I actually went down there my first year coaching at Anderson County to play in a tournament, and I told him I'd never been there before. I told Coach B, I was like, I think I want to retire here. It's like an old little small town, 20 minutes outside Chattanooga, Sweetens Cove, golf courses down there. It's a beautiful little town. Coach B, I know, is a basketball player, dual sport guy. Played baseball at Motlow State Community College. And then I actually met Coach B through Coach Downs. I've known him now for a little while. Like I say, Coach B, he's the best.
Talk about last year. It was cut short. Your seniors last year. Go ahead and mention your seniors that missed out.
Last year, yeah. It was. I can remember conversations I had before our last game. When everything was kind of hearsay. Nobody knew what was going to happen. I don't think anybody in the park thought that was going to be our last game. It's something that, if I could, I would give back to each and every one of those guys. Not only my guys, but every high school senior across the country. At the end of the day, they had something taken away from them that, could possibly been the best year of their life. You never know. We had Devin Wilcox, Tyler Phillips, Brock Rogers, Caden Tackett, Isaac Rodner, all those guys.
Brock, you mentioned.
Yeah, Brock Rogers. Brock Rogers, he was a late addition. He was a student assistant manager. We got to play some JV innings because we needed some help there. But all those guys are great guys. I got to know them over the past 3 years, coaching them. And, Tyler Phillips is playing with the BC Athletics post-grad program. It's basically similar to like a junior college baseball. He's doing very well. Last time I saw him, he's filled out. He looks like a man. He's huge now. The rest of them are in school and doing their thing. Devin was actually at our game Monday. I got to speak to him and a couple other former players, which is always good to see them come back to the park. At some point this season, when we can get everybody's schedule nailed down, we're going to have a 2020 senior night. We're going to bring our 2020 seniors back.
That's nice.
Honor them the way that we would have had we played last season. So once we can get everybody's schedules lined up with school and work and ball, we're going to bring those guys back and do something for them.
Talk about your schedule this year. Your non-district schedule.
Non-conference schedule.
You got some big.
Yeah, I think your schedule speaks to that speaks like just kind of who you are and where you want to be. If we want to be in the region, either hosting or traveling to Farragut, Hardin Valley, or Bearden, then we have to bolster our schedule throughout the regular season to be ready for that. Now, luckily, our district schedule is really tough, so it's not hard to fill in the gaps to make it all tough. We play Pigeon Forge, who's always good, and it's always great to play against Coach Gwynn. And then we've got Jefferson County, Heritage, William Blount, Cookeville. Cookeville's always good. Coach Chaffin down there in Cookeville, he's a legend. Their teams, it's every year. I mean, it's like it's every year. It's like they just turn over and it's like a new bunch that can play.
Touch on next year. TWSAA is going to 4 classes. Baseball, this is your last year, and you'll be AAA next year.
And this AAA, yeah.
Right. This is your last year and competing against the Farragut's and the Maribels if you get to the region. But talk about next year going to that. 3A and the larger schools moving up.
Yeah, it's. I think it's something that probably could have been done years ago. But with that being said, whatever division we're in is what we're in. I mean, I don't. It doesn't bother me to be one of the smallest schools in the league. Okay, we want to be on that stage with your Farragut's and Hardin Valleys and Beardens. I mean, we want to be on that stage because I think we've got guys that deserve to be there. But going forward, the biggest change is we're going from an 8-team district to a 4-team district with us, Clinton, Halls, and Scott. So that gives us we have to fill in a ton of non-conference games, which could be tough. But we'll worry about that when we get there. But I think it's going to be interesting to see the playoff picture and kind of see how things play out with this new classification, splitting things up. I think it's going to give some people a true shot at getting there. And we've got a lot returning next year, so we're looking forward to it.
All right, let's turn our attention back to these young Mavericks over here. Guys, we've got a few minutes left in the show. We're going to do like a speed round, I guess, with some questions here to ask you. So who wants to go first? Okay, Tanner, you go first. What's your favorite food?
I love hibachi and Japanese food, so definitely my favorite.
Okay, what's your favorite TV show?
Yellowstone.
That's Netflix, right?
Paramount. Yeah, Paramount.
Wow. Is that Kevin Costner?
Yes, it is.
Yellowstone. What's your favorite toy as a kid?
So it's actually kind of funny. I used to play with pots and pans, and I used to bang on them with a wooden spoon. So noisy stuff, but yeah, that was my favorite toy.
So you didn't need toys, did you?
No, I was a pretty cheap. Well,
Yeah.
I think I was a cheap kid.
What's your strangest talent?
I can eat super fast. It's kind of crazy.
Pretty
But
fast,
I can eat really fast, actually.
Okay. Did you have a childhood nickname?
Yeah, Tigo. That's what people still call me, actually.
Tigo. Okay.
Yeah.
Sort of like Lego. Legos.
Something like that. I don't think that's how I got it, but it's something like that.
Do you have any phobias?
Yeah, I hate the barber shop. I hate getting my hair cut.
All right, take your hat off. Go ahead,
It's not too bad right now.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Looks good.
Yeah.
And give a shout out there to TV Land. Who you want to give a shout out to?
I want to say hey to my mom, dad, and my brother, and Coach Lefford if you're watching.
Okay, Eli. What's your favorite food?
It's either hibachi or steak. Steak's in hibachi, but
I'm going to take these
grilled
guys out
steak.
to take them out.
Oh, those ain't cheap dates right there.
We need to go
Look at the
to
size of those
Wasabi's.
guys.
The wasabis, yeah.
Yeah.
What's your favorite TV show?
Yellowstone.
Yellowstone.
Yeah.
Okay. Your favorite toy?
When I was real little, I had this Thomas the Train set, and apparently I loved it. That's all I remember about toys.
Toys. Okay.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Do you have a strangest talent or a hidden talent or anything?
Yeah, I used to be able to write left-handed, and I can't do it anymore. I don't know what happened. Because I broke my finger in my right hand, so I learned how to write left-handed.
Okay. Can you throw left-handed?
No, I wish.
And your childhood nickname?
It was easy.
Easy?
Yeah.
You still go by that now?
No.
You have a nickname now?
No, I don't think. Actually, people call me like Varner. I don't know if that's a nickname because it's my real name, Varn Dog.
What about any phobias?
Yeah, I hate snakes.
Hate snakes.
Hate them. Scared of them.
And a shout out.
Shout out to my boy Turnbill. He's watching right now. My mom and my dad, my whole family, and God for making this possible.
Okay. And Tanner, what was your phobia again?
Barbershops.
Yeah, barbershops.
Barbershops, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's not like the people in the barbershops. It's like the actual cutting of my hair. It freaks me out.
Okay, Connor Martin, what's your favorite food?
Filet.
Filet steak? Yeah.
All right.
You have a favorite steakhouse or anywhere?
I really like my mom's. My mom makes the best steak.
Good answer.
Okay. Heard that. Homemade, right?
Yeah.
Do you get on the grill some?
No.
Does your dad do the grilling?
No, my mom does it.
Mom does?
Yep.
What's your favorite TV show?
I don't really watch much TV, but I mean, overall, probably The Office is one of my favorites, and Fresh Prince.
You have any hobbies?
Not really. Basketball and baseball pretty much take up my whole life.
You play any fantasy sports?
I mean, I'm doing a March Madness bracket, but I didn't this year. I didn't do any fantasy.
Okay. Your favorite, did I say TV show?
Yeah.
What was it?
It's between The Office and Fresh
Oh, yeah,
Prince.
okay. Yeah, you said you didn't really. Oh. Favorite toy as a kid?
Thomas. I had a train set.
Uh-huh. And strangest talent?
I've got 3. I can yo-yo, I can solve a Rubik's Cube, and I can juggle.
How long does it take you to do a Rubik's Cube?
About 1.5 minutes.
Wow. And the yo-yo, I like that. That's fun. And you have a childhood nickname?
C-Mart.
C-Mo?
C-Mart.
C-Mart, yeah. C-Mart, okay. Any phobias?
Heights. I hate heights.
And give a shout out there.
Shout out to my family, and God for making this possible. And, yeah. Shout out to everybody who's watching.
Guys, thank y'all for coming in, and good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Really appreciate y'all coming in.
Thank you for having us.
And Coach Stukesberry, I'd like to thank you for coming in as well.
Absolutely.
Good luck to the Mavericks this year, and hopefully you can take that next step and get into the region play, and then from there, it's
you never know what can happen.
Right, and so really appreciate you coming in, and looking forward to watching y'all play this year.
For sure, I appreciate it. Anytime, we'll come back if you need us.
And I'd like to thank everyone for calling in tonight. Eli Ledford calling in, and who was the other caller?
Hayden Hartgrove.
Hayden Hartgrove. Thank you for calling in, and get out and watch a baseball game, and it's March Madness, baby. So we'll see you next week on the Locker Room Chat.